Welcome to the Howl Line, your go-to Mountain West Conference as well as New Mexico Lobo podcast. My name is Jason and I will be your host for tonight. We will be talking about the 2025-2026 season for the defending Mountain West champions 2 times in a row, Boise State Broncos. Now, talking about Boise State, this will be their last year in the Mountain West, as we know them as well as Utah State, Colorado State, Fresno State, and San Diego State will be leaving for the Pac-12. And as of today, June 30th, 2025, those 5 schools, as well as Washington State, Oregon State, and Gonzaga, non-football, they have added Texas State. Texas State will become the 8th member for a full membership and 9th member altogether, making the Pac-12 a conference again, as you need 8 full members. So going into the last year that the Broncos will be in the Mountain West, we start at the beginning from last year's run. Now, last year in 2024 was a landmark year for the Boise State Broncos, as they won the conference championship. They made their first ever 12-team college football playoff and put the Mountain West back on the national radar. The person leading this was Spencer Danielson. Spencer Danielson is now entering his second full season as head coach. Taking over, he's gone 15-3, completely reigniting the Bronco legacy. At offensive coordinator, the Boise State Broncos promote former Bronco Nate Potter. Now, he's gone into full control now of the offense. He's bringing a physical, balanced approach to this offense. And on defense, I apologize if I messed this up. They are returning Eric Scheinander? I think it's Scheinander. As one of the most aggressive as well as effective defenses in the country last season. This leadership is up top. Disciplined, energized, as well as locked in. On the roster, they have returning quarterback, Maddox Madsen. He is ready to take the next step. He's not flashy, but he is efficient, mobile, and he knows how to win. He fits the system just like a glove. Now, the Boise State Broncos did lose one of their key players. Everyone knows his name, Ashton Jeanty. Ashton Jeanty is playing with the Las Vegas Raiders as he was drafted in the first round during the NFL draft. Veteran wideout Latrell Caples. I'm sorry if I obliterate all these names. I'm terrible with names. He returns for his 6th year, giving Madsen a reliable wide receiver. But the buzz is around Chris Marshall. He was the former 5-star recruit who finally found a stable landing spot with the Boise State Broncos. The real splash is Malik Sherrod. He is from Fresno State. He is a transfer with a game-changing speed. Boise State doesn't just reload, but they will upgrade. On the defense, they have an edge rusher, Jaden Virgin Morgan, and he is the tone setter. He is a big frame, a high mentor, as well as he turns heads nationally. In the secondary, Boise will be bringing back Davion Banks, Ty Benfield, as well as Amarian McCoy. 3 physical, experienced defenders who will definitely make it difficult for the opposing quarterbacks. Let's not forget that Braxton Feely, who is briefly entered the portal, has decided to stay with the Broncos as he makes his return back. His toughness in the interior D-line is massive, as well as he has a really good defensive identity, and he helps the identity for the Boise State Broncos defense. Now, going into the impact of the transfer portal, the Boise State Broncos didn't just dip their toes into the pool, they completely dived in and struck gold. The biggest gets was Malik Sherrod from Fresno State, but defensively, they landed 2 starters from Arizona. Sterling Lane II, as well as Demetrius Freeney. Both of them bring speed as well as physicality to a team that is already stacked. They also beefed up on the D-line, adding a versatile linebacker and corner. Most importantly, they brought high-level talent without disrupting the team's chemistry. This is a blueprint for sustainable success. Now the question is, can they make a three-peat and be a 3-time defending champion of the Mountain West as they depart, or will they crumble? Now, going into the game prediction, we're going to dive into the schedule. August 28th at South Florida, Boise will open the season on the road in Tampa. They will be playing USF, and this is an improving team and nowhere near Boise's level. I've got this one as a Bronco win. Broncos will be going 1-0 after this game. Their second game will be against the Eastern Washington. They should automatically just dominate this team, win at home, as well as Boise's talent is completely at an advantage. So I don't need to talk more. This will be a 2-0 run after their second game. Third game, they will be playing Air Force on September 20th. This is a game where it's going to get a little tricky. I already predicted this in the Air Force game. I believe that the Falcons will improve. They've picked up some good guys. As we know, the Falcons do have on and off years. But I do think that they will stay consistent. I think this is going to be a very, very, very close game. I think that Boise State will falter. They will fall and lose their first game against Air Force. Now on September 27th, against, I can never say this name right, Appalachian State. App State is always a tough team to play. But the blue turf, I think the elevation as well as the blue turf gives Boise an advantage for any team, even if they match up with the elevation. I think this will be a statement win. Having that home field advantage, as well as their field being blue, definitely helps too. This will be a 3-1 run. And then going into their next game, their fifth game, they will be playing on October 4th against the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. This game is going to be tough. Probably their toughest game of the year. This will be in South Bend, national spotlight. I don't remember who's covering it, but I know it's a bit. I believe it's NBC. They've got a talent gap, but Boise will fight, but they will fail. Notre Dame's a really good team. Playing at Notre Dame, it's going to be really hard. It's going to go a 3-2 after game 5. Now on October 11th, they're playing New Mexico. New Mexico is going to be traveling there. We already called this game in our UNM prediction. Boise is going to get the W at home. They're going to go 4-2. Going into their next game on October 18th against the UNLV Runnin' Rebels. Now, this one's a fun game because two of the best teams in the conference, as well as UNLV, has picked up a good coach, though they do financially struggle on paying him. We'll see how that goes. But they have picked up some really good players as well. This game could be sneaky, could go any way. But being that they're playing in Boise, Boise has the edge due to the home field advantage. This will be tough, but I think the Broncos will serve, and I think they're going to score, and I think they're going to make a 5-2 run after UNLV getting the W there. On October 28th, they will be playing the rivals of UNLV. They're going to go play Nevada at Nevada. Friday night on the road, Boise is going to lock and drop, and this will be a solid win for them. November 1st, they will be playing against Fresno. The revenge game from for Sherrod, as well as Boise, will win a close game at home due to the toughness that Fresno has. Is going to be a hard game, as well as, again, we brought up Sherrod. He comes from Fresno State. Fresno State's going to want to get that revenge from him, being that he was a really good player who left. But again, Boise's going to get the W, and they're going to go 7-2. November 15th, they'll be playing San Diego State at San Diego State. This one's going to be a dangerous game, as the Aztecs defense keeps it close, but Boise will grind out on a late win. I think that they're going to win this game. They're going to go 8-2. November 22nd versus Colorado State. Home field matters, especially for Boise State. They've got that advantage with Smurf turf, and Boise State will just outperform Colorado State across the board. There's no need to explain in any deeper context. This will be a win. They're going to go 9-2. Their final game will be on the road November 28th against Utah State. This will be a game full of fight. Utah State's got Bronco Mendenhall, as we've all seen how Bronco Mendenhall can build programs and how he plays. But I think Broncos will beat Bronco, and I think Boise State will take the W on the road. It's going to be 10-2, and they're going to finish out strong. So going through, they're going to be 10-2 in my books. This will put Spencer Danielson at his 25-5 record after 2 years with the Broncos. Boise State has the tools to make another run at a Mountain West crown. Not only that, but might even be able to make a New Year's 6 appearance. The offense has rhythm, and if they can keep that rhythm early and the defense can dominate, don't be surprised if this team will be back on the national conversation come November. That wraps it up for today's episode on the Howl Line. Be sure to subscribe, comment, like, share, as well as follow us on all of our other social medias, X, Facebook, Instagram. We surely appreciate all the support you guys give us as we cover all the current Mountain West teams as well as the future Mountain West teams. We will still continue to cover the Pac-12, being that is partial of the majority of the Mountain West teams. So we will help kind of cover them a little bit, but we do cover the Mountain West as well as the Lobos. I'm Jason, and I've enjoyed talking about the Boise State Broncos with you, their football preview. And again, thank you for watching. And as always, go Mountain West and go Lobos.